In today's market, things can get incredibly complex, right? So how does any business actually find a true partner for growth? Well, today we're going to dive into an organization that aims to be exactly that, Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or TIB for short. Let's see how they tackle this challenge.
Okay, this question really gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? In a world that's moving so fast, is your business just getting by, or is it really set up to win? And that's not just some random question. It's the core challenge that every entrepreneur is facing right now.
And believe me, that challenge is absolutely real. We're talking about competition from all over the globe and a digital landscape that basically shifts right under your feet. It's become crystal clear that just having a great product, well, it's not enough anymore. You need a guide, someone who really gets this new territory.
And that's where a company like Trade and Investment Bangladesh steps into the picture. They position themselves as more than just a service provider. They want to be your partner, dedicated to guiding you through all these complexities and on to real sustainable growth.
I think this quote from the founder and CEO, Mded Joinal Abdin, just perfectly sums up their whole philosophy. The focus isn't on one-off transactions. It's about a shared journey. It's a collaborative mission to get to success, together.
So, you're probably wondering, where does all this expertise come from? Well, it's built on a solid foundation. 17 years of the founder's hands-on experience in key roles at huge organizations, like the Federation of Bangladesh Chambers of Commerce and Industry, that's the FBCCI, and the Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I mean, that's a serious well of knowledge and connections to draw from.
All right, let's talk values. These are the 4 pillars that guide all their work. Now, integrity and transparency, those are essential for building trust, right? But it's that client-centric focus and the real emphasis on partnership that seem to define their approach. The idea is that every single thing they do is part of a bigger collaboration.
Okay, so if TIB is the partner on your journey, what tools do they actually bring to the table? They put together a pretty comprehensive toolkit of services, designed to help a business at pretty much every stage. So let's open it up and see what's inside.
First things first, you gotta have a solid foundation, right? That's what they call strategic guidance. This is all about building a rock-solid blueprint for success before you even take your first step. Think of it as the roadmap for your entire journey.
So, what's on this map? Well, a few key things. First, you get mentorship from people who've actually been there and done that. Second, deep dive research to make sure your decisions are based on solid data, not just guesswork. And if you're thinking about going global, they help you pick the right export markets and position your product so it really stands out.
But let's be real, a brilliant strategy is pretty useless if nobody knows you exist. You have to get your message out there. And today, that means mastering the digital world. So the next part of the toolkit is all about digital amplification.
This is where the magic really happens in today's world. It all kicks off with a strong online presence, a professional website with great content. From there, they help you shout your message from the rooftops using social media and email. A huge piece of this puzzle is SEO, search engine optimization, which is basically just making sure that when customers search on Google, they actually find you. It's the whole package, from organic visibility all the way to targeted ads.
But business isn't all just clicks and code. At the end of the day, it's still about people. It's about human connection. The final part of their toolkit is all about building those real, valuable relationships that can open up amazing new opportunities, both here at home and across the globe.
And this is where they help create those real-world handshakes and opportunities. They do direct matchmaking between buyers and sellers, and they build up your brand's authority with professional PR. They also act as a bridge to the global market, both by hosting foreign delegations and by leading trade missions abroad. It's all about making those crucial real-life connections happen. All right, the toolkit sounds great, but what's it actually like to work with them? How does this partnership unfold? Well, TBI has a very structured and transparent workflow, which means that as a client, you always know exactly where you are on the journey. No mysteries.
What I really like about this process is how collaborative it is. It's not a one-way street. It kicks off with them just listening to you. Then you decide on the right services together. There's even a validation meeting to make sure you're all on the same page. And here's the best part. The relationship doesn't just stop when the first project is done. It's designed to be a continued partnership.
So this all leads to the big question, right? In a world that is packed with consultants and agencies, what really makes this approach different? For them, the key is the unique value you get from having a single, truly integrated partner. And this slide just lays it out so clearly.
On the left, you've got the chaotic, fragmented approach, juggling multiple vendors, getting mixed messages. It's a headache. On the right, you have T&IB's integrated model. It's all about one holistic partner, one seamless strategy, and one single point of accountability. It's about moving from chaos to clarity.
So to wrap it all up, what's the T&IB advantage in a nutshell? Well, it seems to be this powerful combination of three things. First, that rare fusion of high-level business strategy with nitty-gritty digital marketing. Second, a team that brings in global insights. And third, a deep, authentic understanding of the local Bangladeshi market. It really is the best of both worlds.
And so we come full circle, right back to a question for you. T&IB's entire model is built on this idea of partnership, of co-creating a unique success story. After exploring their whole approach from strategy to digital to global connections, the only question left is a simple one. Are you ready to pioneer yours?